as we're getting close to the end of this conversation, then I want to kind of just like brainstorm about your life and your future and my future if it wouldn't entail football, and for me, if it wouldn't entail doing this. What is something that you think, if tomorrow football stops to exist, the whole thing, the whole game just disappears, what would you do? What would be your general direction be? Would you still be in media at all?
That's a really difficult question, man. Fuck.
Because your life is so entangled with the sport of football.
Yeah, and sports in general. So, I don't know. Maybe I would go into the horeca.
Yeah, like restaurant owners?
Yeah, something like that. I would have a coffee bar somewhere in my hometown, and I would enjoy to have the most coziest coffee place in Mechelen, and would have people there smiling all day, and good music, good products.
Do you see
a place where people come with a smile?
Do you see yourself living in a different country at one point, or do you think Belgium, that's it for you?
That's it for me. I want to stay close to my family, and I have a really big family. I have 4 sisters and 3 brothers, so I have a lot of nephews, nieces. I don't want to lose that connection. I can go on holiday, Italy, Spain, Portugal. That's countries that, they attract me, but never.
You love Italy, I know. You love Italy.
I can never leave the connection with my brothers, my sisters.
So it's not so much about the country as it is about the fact that your family is here.
Yeah. I really need that close contact with people I know, I love. Yeah, that's. I can never move to the United States or to Japan. Never.
Can you imagine what it's like to move there and just, let's even say you take your partner with you, obviously, and you're there, and then where do you go from that point?
You start over.
You walk outside your front door and let's go make some friends. Let's join a gym or some hobby club, but it's so hard. And the older you get, the harder.
Would I be more happy if I try that and start somewhere over and I go to New York, a city that I like, that I think, whoa, so many possibilities, but I have to start all over and just don't want to.
Yeah.
I had enough the last couple of years of shit and have to do things and have to work really hard. Now I also want to enjoy, and I think I can enjoy more in a state I know. And with people I know.
Mm-hmm. I also think just traveling in general, I feel like we have witnessed the peak already. I feel like the peak has been between 2010 and 2020.
I think that as well.
I really feel that way, because I think, first of all, COVID is going to fundamentally change how you're able to travel. I think it's going to become a lot harder, just in general. And secondly, and we can, the rise of Instagram and the rise of this travel fetish went hand in hand. Instagram lent itself perfectly to people being able to show off all the places in the world, but I feel like the world has gotten too small. There's just we've run out of things to visit. I think everyone has seen everything, even if we didn't see it in person. I've never been to Machu Picchu in Peru, but I've seen so many Instagram stories and pictures of it that I have
documentaries.
I have a pretty good idea of what it's like at this point. There's not much of an incentive to still physically go there, and it's like that with many things.
Maybe it's not necessary because we weren't raised there. Why should we visit all those places? Yeah. Those places belong to the people that live there. Yeah. It's their heritage, and it's nice to see, but I hate the fact of being a tourist. I hate it being a tourist. I don't want to be a tourist.
It's just, what I learned with traveling is if you do it enough, you get to a point where it's it's all the same. It's just a different layout. It's a different, the shell is different, but people are people, man, no matter where you go. And I used to always have this thing where I would glorify and romanticize the locals. Anytime I would go to a different continent, I would be like, oh, they know how to be happy. They've got it figured out. We're such fools back home. And then you spend a good 2-3 months there and you start seeing that they have just as many things that absolutely suck about their culture, things that you value from your own culture that you didn't even realize it. You took it for granted. When people are people, man, no matter where you go. And I got to this thing where I started breaking everything down and rationalizing everything to the point where it's like, not a lot of things in life really matter. There's only like traveling can only fill that void for so long.
Yeah.
Until you get to a point. And I already feel like I got to that point recently where it's like, I think I prefer building something, like some type of life work, like what I'm trying to do with these podcasts and just my YouTube channel in general. But also, that also explains why sooner than later, everyone makes kids. You can only, like, because what's the one big argument not to make kids? I think it's like, I want to be selfish and do what I want to do and spend.
Be free.
I want to be free.
Yeah.
But it's like freedom. There's definitely like an expiration, date on freedom.
You can be free with kids. They bring so much freedom with them. So, because you're gonna explore other things.
That's true. That's true.
So
on the inside, not on the outside necessarily.
And what I really hate about traveling is all the time you spend on traveling
in transit,
and the less time you spend with living. You can take planes and buses for hours and hours, but you have to enjoy the time you have.
Yeah,
it's difficult to enjoy in transit.
Transit is so hard. No, I'm the same, man. When I went to Bali, we had to sit in an airplane for I think it was 13 or 14 hours. It takes me a literal week to recover from that flight. It cripples me. It messes me up on the inside, on the outside. It's just, it's torture. And it's like, what is the payoff in the end? So I definitely agree with that one, man. Like the older I get, the less I value. I'm still going to travel once borders open up again, but it's not going to be to the extreme extent again.
And you can have the same sensations closer to home. Everybody in the world, so it's better for a lot of things to stay closer to home.
Yes.
For the environment, for first.
I think so too, man. Listen, man, we gotta start building our new show, man. We gotta come up with some crazy idea.
We have to go pitch again.
We gotta start pitching, man. We gotta listen. The people listening at home, they should comment below what they think
that we would make. That we should make.
Give us an idea that we can steal.
Yeah. Voila.
Give us
and if it's great, you get a free T-shirt.
Give us you get a free Denzo T-shirt. Dude, do you know people still... Oh, actually, you're one of them. A lot of people think that Benzo is my real name. You still call me Benzo to this day.
Benzo.
It's like...
It will never change. I will never say Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Never. It's Benzo.
Because it doesn't accurately depict me as a person.
Benzo is a good star name.
Benzo.
It's like Diego Armando Maradona. Benzo. It works in every language.
It does, man. It does. Though. But I told you the reason I got sick of it because I'm trying to be more like, look, you never heard of me. You have no notion of who I am as a person. You come across my channel. The guy is called Benzo. In the first video you see, he's lifting weights with his shirt off. Come on,
every
man.
Day.
You're not gonna stick around. You're just not. Like it's too braggadocious. It's too like
Wounded Viking by Benzo.
By Benzo. I like that, man. Listen, Evert, I want to thank you so much for taking the time, the energy, the effort to come out here and sit down for my podcast. This is gonna
crappy English.
No, man, you speak good English. I don't know why you seem to think that you don't, but you do.
Because you're so great in it. Okay.
I
loved it here today.
You enjoyed it?
I always love Dessel. And
dude, you gotta
love being with Benzo.
Hey, but I'm gonna bring you back on the show, man. You're gonna come back a few more times.
Yeah, we have to tell them what's going on with our pitches, so it's gonna be an ongoing story.
It is, man. We're gonna look back on this. We're gonna look back on this in a couple of years and be like, man, can you imagine? Like just, dude. So for the people who don't know, I'm filming this with the vlog camera that he bought me. The issue with a vlog camera is you literally have to. It stops recording every 20 minutes. So I have to get up mid-conversation, go press the button again. This glass of water literally fell all over the table. We had like a good 5 minutes that didn't get picked up by my audio system. Like, we're hustling, man. We're grinding. Like, I'm just already projecting us.
Starting at the bottom.
Started at the bottom, man. And if you see us in a very fancy studio a couple of years from now, just know that it didn't come easy.
Throwing money.
Winkelmans, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
That's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, tell us what to pitch, give us an idea, man, or a broke. That's it. Peace out. Do you need help making better decisions in your life? Are you lacking self-confidence and motivation to get things done? Hire me today and get a direct daily line of communication with me through video chat and audio messages. I operate on a week-to-week basis, so no long-term investment is required. 7 straight days of Viking advice will get you right on track. Email me at lorenz.dries@gmail.com and change your reality. I'm ready whenever you are. See you soon.